Hey everyone, Gallifrey Forever 97 and welcome to today's video. We'll be bringing you the news of 4 new sets come to B&M this summer 2022. So 4 sets have been announced. I think there'll be some sets later on in the year, but for now we have these 4 sets. So we've got 2 free packs and 2 packs. So the first 3 packs, we've got the 10th Doctor and 8th Doctor sets. These have been speculated for a while. A lot of people were kind of thinking, oh, could they have multiple different companions? But they are literally just variants of the Doctors themselves. So we've got various costumes. I'll go through the details in a minute. But also we've got 2 issues of Dalek sets. So we've got Planet of the Daleks set part 2, basically. We got one which had the standard drones. You could lift the heads up. Really cool feature. So this time we got the Supreme Dalek and the Invisible Dalek from the cliffhanger of part 1, which are very rare figures. The Supreme Dalek especially came out in that first collector's set one from like 2008, 2009. And the second one is Death of the Daleks, featuring basically the one that was featured in the John Pertwee 2 pack back in the day, with the orange lights and machine gun accessory, and then the SFX one. So again, kind of re-releases. So I'll go through all the kind of details now and information I've got from the press email. So start with the 10th Doctor one. So the 2 variants with him in the blue coat, as obviously there's a much brighter one. And this is actually meant to be from the wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, so it's cool to have that variant. So we've got obviously 2 variants, obviously one without the coat and one on. The one you're probably looking at thinking, what? Is the 10th Doctor in his kind of raggedy suit. This was originally the Matt Smith post-regeneration figure with Matt Smith's Doctor in the old 10th Doctor suit ripped up and that. But there is a comic cover, just before people say, oh, this isn't accurate, and what is this random figure? It's a comic-inspired 10th Doctor, which they photoshopped 10th Doctor's head onto Max's body. So they've gone, hey, let's make a figure of it. It's got slightly elongated arms. I love the new colours to the blue suit variant, the long coat and no coat version. I think they're really pop. The 10th Doctor in the basically Matt Smith's body from that comic cover is a bit random on the shelf. It'd be like, well, where do you put it? I think it's a real missed trick with the 10th Doctor variants is not to have the new head sculpt that they did quite a while back. They only released it with like the glasses on. It was like a new head sculpt, so it would have been nice to have that variant instead of like the old original one. So yeah, some quite neat variants. So we also have got the 8th Doctor set, which is another 3 pack with 3 different variants. And this got kind of a bit more variety. So we've got a re-release basically of all the 8th Doctors that have been released so far. So we got him from the TV movie, the Night of the Doctor, and from Big Finish. The Big Finish one I think is meant to be from Stranded, and this time he comes with his satchel, which was a lot of people wanted when they originally released it with that 2 pack. So Strand has like the darker coat, but they are basically the same figures that we've got in the past, just re-releases with different paint applications, kind of make it pop. I'm sure once you get the figures in hand you compare them. But like the Night of the Doctor variant, that is very rare. I remember struggling to track that down not long after it was released when it sold out. Again, it's cool to get some rare variants. Obviously for the 8th Doctor fan and the 10th Doctor fan, you know, it's a must-have. And on to the 2 History of the Daleks sets. I think this one will probably be the most popular one, which is the Planet of the Daleks set 2. So this is quite a cool thing. So maybe in the future we might get versions 2 of upcoming stuff that, you know, can't be featured, like obviously Planet of the Daleks. A lot of people were quite disappointed because these are the 2 figures I think people wanted, but for some reason they did the drone ones and then they're doing this afterwards. So we got the Supreme Dalek, which again, super rare figure. As I say, a lot of these Daleks very expensive to track down on eBay. So this came out in the Dalek Collector Set 1, just when they were like releasing the classic series figures. To say, just as like a more of a lighter gold, just again making it kind of more pop. So it is a slight variation to the original. And also the Invisible Dalek, which came out in the Toys R Us Planet of the Dalek 2 pack with John Pertwee in the 2013 year when they released like a Doctor and Dalek 2 pack for each Doctor. Looking at this and looking at the one on my shelf, there is quite a big difference. So the original is more plasticky at the bottom, but at the top is kind of more black to kind of resemble the kind of colour pattern for the drone Daleks. It's kind of like half see and half see-through at the bottom, if that makes sense. But this one is basically all see-through. This is kind of like just before it's being sprayed, like this is it, and then the Toys R Us one basically looks like it's kind of like being half sprayed. Slight variations, not like the originals, but again, these are two very sought after Dalek figures, which, you know, a lot of people obviously who's probably later started collecting the range now has the opportunity to get them at a cheaper price. And then the final one is the Death to the Daleks 2-pack. So this features a re-release of the two Death of the Daleks figures that we've already seen. So again, the original one was released with John Pertwee, one of the first like John Pertwee figures to be released, I think, along with the Sea Devil 2-pack, which has the orange lights and the machine gun replacements. Obviously in the story their weapons don't work due to the planet, so they have to use machine guns. The SFX one, which just has like the clear lights and just the normal extermination gun. But I basically, at the time, I obviously bought the Dalek with the machine gun, and then I bought 3 SFX Daleks due to the story only having like 4 Daleks on screen. I think they say there's like more, but on screen you only see 4. Again, they don't look too much different, more of like a browny tinge going off the photos, especially the one with the orange lights. Very rare figures, just giving fans the opportunity to get rare figures which you'd have to pay ridiculous prices on eBay for. So I'll be honest, I feel slightly underwhelmed with this range. I think again it's great that they've got old figures that have been re-released, like especially the Dalek ones, but there's nothing obviously new here. It's just kind of repaints of what we've seen before. Like in the past B&M stuff, we've had a mixture. Obviously the Dalek ones we kind of knew what we were getting, but I think the 3 packs with the 8th Doctor and 10th Doctor, I think a lot of people were hoping maybe like a companion and monster, but it's just literally just the Doctors. Again, we've seen these figures quite a lot. But again, like I say, the 8th Doctor one, you've got some very rare ones in that. The 10th Doctor one's an odd choice. I like it's fact that it's from the When and Sarah Jane Smith, but as I say, the comics thing, I'm sure they saw that comic book cover and gone, we'll just pop the head on that body. So yeah, I was hoping for a bit more. There's rumours of like a 9th and 13th Doctor set coming, possibly in autumn. I imagine that they will be the same as this, which is a bit disappointing because I was, you know, the B&M waves we've been really lucky. We've got some amazing new figures, obviously not really new, but new head sculpts and stuff like that. But this just feels like a step backwards for me personally. But again, obviously I've already kind of got these figures in my shelves anyway. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this new range. Which ones you'd be getting, which one's your favourite, least favourite, all your thoughts in the comment section below. There's no date yet when they're meant to be coming out. It's just literally when B&M will have them in stock, so we'll have to wait and see. But as always, you can please comment, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Links to that stuff in the description below. When these figures come out, I'll probably be doing a slideshow video on them. Kind of start doing reviews on these now, like I did it last time. I did like a photo slideshow thing, taking photos of them, comparing them. So it's kind of done the same thing, just to music. Just thought it was a bit different because I don't want to be repeating what a lot of many other great reviewers like Batman March, for example, say. Like, he really knows the ins and outs and the specific details. So yeah, so I will be doing like an overall probably video on this when it comes out. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that and any future uploads. But until next time, hope you're all well, stay safe, bye bye.